What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Boeckle Bros Channel, where we talk all things real estate. I'm Jesse.
And I'm Landon. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about this $350,000 wholesale deal that we just sold.
Okay, everyone, this has to be our most profitable, biggest wholesale deal ever. A little bit of round of applause for us.
Wow.
Huh? Yeah.
We just wholesaled a property here in Vegas for a $350,000 assignment fee.
You heard him right. $350,000 in one fee.
Here's how we did it.
Now, this deal was actually really exciting how it played out. I want to walk you through how we found the deal, how we locked it up and negotiated it, and then once we were in contract, the decisions that had to be made, and then how we actually ultimately arrived at our conclusion to close the deal and take a big wholesale fee.
Right. It's super interesting. We really did have to make a lot of tough decisions with this one.
It wasn't easy.
So how do we find this deal? Don't be surprised when I tell you. We got this deal locked up from the MLS.
Good old MLS deal.
You know, we've talked about the MLS and our success on it a lot, but this is one that truly defies the odds and what everyone else thinks about the MLS deals.
This wasn't an MLS deal that jumps out at you and says, I'm investor friendly, I need to be flipped. It was actually a really nice home in a really nice established Summerlin neighborhood here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, it was a big one though. So
Very
this
big.
home was originally listed at $1.695 million. That's almost $1.7 million. And it was a 6,000 square foot property.
Massive home.
So a really big deal. Now, Jesse and I, we do buy luxury properties. So this is one that we were willing to take down ourselves. But why was this deal not being jumped on by anyone else? You know, why was it so unobvious?
Right. So one is the size of the deal. Many investors just won't go into that price range, especially if they're fix and flip investors.
Right.
But also the home isn't that bad. So it really maybe shied a lot of people away because, yeah, it's a little bit dated. It has some older finishes and older styles inside the home, but the home's actually gorgeous.
Right. Maybe they just didn't see an opportunity there. You know, they didn't see that, you know, as nice as it was as it currently sits, if I updated it, would I make any more money on it?
And that's a good point because when we actually decided to offer on the deal, there wasn't a whole giant spread. There wasn't a crazy amount of money to be made. So we actually ended up locking the deal up for $1,675. So only a $20,000 discount from its list price.
Right. We almost bought this thing at full price. And the comps at that point, or the comparable sales, really put an after repair value of about $2.5 million on it to start, which is not a massive spread.
We looked at it as in we could go in there and do a really nice rehab. Obviously, it's going to be very expensive.
About $300,000.
About $300,000, and come out at the end of the day making maybe 8 or 9%.
Yeah, right. About $200,000 on the high end if we purchased this deal and took it down. What's crazy is the market really helped us on this one.
As soon as our offer was accepted, I'd say within 5 to 7 days, we had 2 more closings in that neighborhood that just shot our after repair value through the roof.
Right, up to almost $3 million. So now we went from a $500,000 to $700,000 spread on this property to a $1.3 million spread on this property. Now there's enough meat on the bone, but also it put us in a place of tough decision making.
Right. So let's break this down of the decision we had to make. Now that this home's ARV is so high, we could go forth with the project, purchase it, renovate it, again, spend about $300,000 and flip it to possibly make $700,000 or $800,000.
Now that would be by far our biggest flip deal to date.
Absolutely.
By far, that is a massive profit. We're talking big numbers here, $700,000, $800,000 profit. But that's if everything went well.
Right.
And think about the time that it would have taken us to flip this home.
It's a big profit, but it's also a big timeline and a big risk. So this home would have taken us probably, let's say, in perfect world, 3 months to totally renovate. And then we got to allocate for some time on market too to actually show the property to buyers.
We all know that, you know, the $3 million price bracket, your days on market is going to be a lot higher than the median price point. So let's just say an average of 45 to 60 days on market, even in a hot market like this, is what we would have sat on the market. And then we still have a 30 to 45 day escrow period in order to close it.
So the entire project with renovation, market time, and sale, we have to at least estimate that it's going to take us 6 or 7 months.
Right. that would have taken almost the rest of the year. A good chunk of the rest of the year would have been dedicated to one project. What does that do to our company?
Well, it forces us to make a really hard decision because our company has many people involved. We have a construction manager involved who's paid per project. We have a listing agent involved who's paid per project. And if we suck up all of our money and focus on one deal, that's only one deal that they're getting paid on.
Right. It really kind of bottlenecks the entire operation.
Mm-hmm.
It really would bog our system down. And really, I don't think our team would have been super happy with that decision if we would have made it. So we had to think about our company at the end of the day.
And that's the hard decision. That's where the hard decision came into play. Yes, it's a huge reward at the end of the day, but is this the best thing not only for us, but our entire company as a whole?
So once that comp hit $3 million, we were able to bring in one of our very serious qualified buyers that we've sold high-end properties to as well to take a look at this property and potentially wholesale it to them or just assign the contract over to them for a fee. And after taking a look at it, they really liked the property. They saw the opportunity as well and decided to move forward with purchasing that property at over $2 million.
So what this did for us is actually free up all of our capital. So assigning it over to another investor who's going to take on the project, we get all of that capital to now outlay on a whole bunch of other homes. Mm-hmm. We also take no risk because we didn't even have to purchase the property, and there's no bottleneck that occurs within our team.
Right. We took a $350,000 assignment fee on this project, which is a huge fee. We opened up our ability to buy more homes, which now we've bought 4 to 6 more homes already with that same $2 million that was allocated to that one deal. So now our listing agent gets 6 new listings, our project manager gets 6 new projects, and we still supplement that income that we lost from not flipping it on these other projects. So I think overall, what a massive win this one was.
100%.
I think we're really getting into the mindset of thinking more about our business and our operations.
Not just us.
Not just ourselves. And that's really allowed us to make these really sound business decisions. We're not getting greedy.
No, I think it's showing overall our more maturity as investors to think of the absolute best decision for all parties involved and not really just kind of think from a selfish side of what can we make and what can we take home.
So we understand that deals like this are pretty rare. It's really not your standard wholesale deal. However, if you want to learn more about wholesaling real estate and flipping properties, sign up for our academic course found in the description below.
And if you found this valuable or have any questions of the content we covered today, drop us a comment below and make sure you hit that subscribe button for us.
And until then, we'll see you on the flip side.